Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man at your services. How are you all? We're all doing very, very well. Look at this, what's Kilt-Man up to here? He's got his moves out, a bit of cleavage on show. Yeah, and what kilts are we wearing? We're wearing the ancient Mackenzie. Oh yes. Anyway, folks, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny had its premiere last night. Its premiere at the Cannes Film Festival. And it was awarded to a 5-minute standing ovation. Pretty much every big movie that gets shown at the Cannes Film Festival gets a 5-minute standing ovation. It's now de rigueur. Bit of French for you there. It's the set thing now. It's been going on for years. I know people that come out there. I know people that also write reviews as well. And I've often been told that, oh, you hear this thing like Top Gun Maverick. Oh, it was a huge, ebullient, enthusiastic, rip-roaring, bring the roof down, 5-minute standing ovation of pure excitement. I got told it wasn't. It was about 2.5 minutes and people were sitting down all the way through that. And that is pretty much what happens. Because let's be honest, who the hell is going to stand there for 5 minutes? No one. Not me. Ain't going to happen. Unless I get promised a full bottle of whiskey at the end of that 5 minutes. In which case, I'll be there for 10 minutes. Give me 2 bottles. Give me 2. But, so, Top Gun Maverick, for example, gets an ebullient, enthusiastic, ecstatic 5-minute standing ovation. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny gets a lackluster 5-minute standing ovation. What the hell is a lackluster standing ovation? What are they just like? I mean, come on, buddy. What are they? Oh, he can't stand up. He's welded to his little Buddhist nappy there. So, how much longer? What? Another 4 minutes and 50 seconds of this? Fuck off. No one's doing it. Not buying it. Not having it. Bullshit. Anyway, I'm a massive fan of Indiana Jones, as you guys know. And I'm hugely looking forward to Dial of Destiny. But, of course, the reviews are in. You've got to remember that all these big films that we look forward to, they get their initial sort of reviews come out and they're massively enthusiastic normally, and then they tail off and then suddenly the real picture begins to develop. But you have the lovers, the haters, the fakers who have got to like do it for the TV shows. Oh, I've been watching interviews with people this morning who saw the premiere last night, and they go, oh, it's full of adventure and excitement and action, and it's so funny, oh, it's so great, and it's so nostalgic, and blah, blah, blah. All the things you want to hear. But there are many, many, many other reviews which are, it's a bomb, it's a disaster, it doesn't work at all. The de-aging of Harrison Ford works great, but the CGI around him is awful. Phoebe Waller-Bridge doesn't need to be there. God, she takes over the whole thing, but we don't want her. She's too annoying. And the Marmite conclusion to the movie. I mean, by the way, do not go on the Hollywood Reporter review, because they do inadvertently give away way too much. We know, this whole the Dial of Destiny, it finds fissures in time and it can alter history. We know this, but they will inadvertently drop little details into their paragraphs of very bad review. They didn't like it. Yeah, they didn't like it at all. But many people didn't like it. But avoid that one, because it definitely drops a bit too much in there, I think. But as I say, I'm a massive fan of Indiana Jones. Crystal Skull was a clusterfuck disaster of a movie. Weirdly enough, I tried to watch that film, or have tried to watch that film again many times, and I just can't do it. I've got a big arse on my chest. Look, you're talking out of your arse, Kilt-Man. That's kind of impressive in many ways, to a certain jaded perspective. But No, I can't get through Crystal Skull anymore. I couldn't do it even when the film premiered. And sadly, I had to see it a good couple of times at the flicks, and I really didn't want to see it another time. Oh my God. But I admire the fact that they tried to give it adventure and excitement and all of this, and throw back to the old days and make it a swan song for Indy. But because it has such a critical backlash and fan derision, that, well, it was a bit of a shoo-in that Indy was going to come back for, let's do the proper fanfare for him. Come on, let's do it right. And rightly or wrongly, they've come back with a time-twisting tale. It's set in 1969, so you've got NASA and you've got Vietnam are in there, but you've got Nazis as well, and space missions, and this Archimedes device, which is called something which I've seen written down in reviews, and I can't fucking pronounce it, so I'm not even going to bother trying. But this device, and that's the big MacGuffin. But yeah, there's a lot of reviews which are going, it's great, it's a proper throwback, it's full of nostalgia, full of humour, full of excitement and adventure, it's a pell-mell breakneck pace, and it does all the things you want it to do. But of course it can't live up to the original 3 movies. Well, duh, of course it's not going to live up to that. It's not too much to ask for a modern film to have excitement, adventure, character, a good script, some witty one-liners, and just some gravitas when necessary, which is what Indiana Jones movies are. They're escapist Saturday afternoon matinee, cliffhanger, sort of old pulp serials. And all the first 3 worked in that capacity. The 4th one did drop the ball, drop the skull, although I put the blame mainly at Mutt, for God's sake. Mutt, just didn't fucking need it. And a completely ridiculous, convoluted plot which really didn't deliver on what it promised. And what else was wrong with it as well? Oh God. Yeah, monkeys and Tarzan swinging through the trees. But it had some nasty bits. It had flesh-eating ants, devouring that big rusky. And but no, and the fridge. And George Lucas couldn't help but put in little prairie marmots, looking up and watching as nuclear blasts take off now. Jesus Christ. It tried too hard and yet dropped the ball spectacularly with a really lackluster, think Ovations, lackluster finale, which just went nowhere and didn't have the courage of its convictions. Oh, they're not aliens, they're from the space between space. No, fuck off! You've had the Ark of the Covenant, you've had the Holy Grail, you've had massive thuggy cult ceremonies and Kali witchcraft. You can have aliens, but be honest about it. Yes, they're fucking aliens. Don't drop the ball at this stage. Let it go. It's all for fun and adventure. Who cares? And then this one. Well, you're going to bring in time travel. Yeah, and be able to revert and change, alter history. At this stage in the game, what the hell does that matter? But the reviews. Let's get back to the reviews. Empire magazine gave it a 4 out of 5. And they really enjoyed it, called it a big nostalgic trip, and had a great time with it. A lot of great things to say about all the cast and all the action and adventure and the set pieces. But I think they did say that the ending could be slightly balmy and Marmite, because apparently the ending, you're going to get to know about this. See, they've really given this away now, this time travel thing, which we always knew was going to be there. But are they going to alter history? What they're going to do? Is Indy going to use it to bring back Marion and try and... The one regret he's had is the things that he let slip through his fingers. Is it going to be that? Well, very probably. But also, it goes completely OTT. And pretty much everyone, the people who've derided the movie and the people who've loved the movie, have all said that the ending very definitely will split the camp. Well, can't wait. I still can't wait. What I hate, folks, is the people who are hell-bent on hating You haven't seen the film. You haven't. There's YouTubers out there now, and you fucking know who they are. And pure clickbait, whatever the shit they put as their title, and they're sitting there and they're reading out reviews and like, oh, this is bomb. I told you so. It's gonna bomb big time. This will never make any money back. This is gonna sink the franchise completely. The TV show offshoot, that's never gonna happen now. Oh, shut up. Get a life. You glasses half empty. Fuck off. What is wrong with you? The thing is, I know what's wrong with them. They're just trying to get knee-jerk reactions, get people to watch and all that. Like, I fucking hate that. The one thing I always do is speak my mind. And I guarantee you, if I think this film stinks, I will tell you. And I will go in depth on everything that didn't work for me. Because I've got a lot of time, a lot of years of my life, my childhood invested in seeing a final indie adventure which pays him respect and sees him off. That sounds like I want him killed. No, I don't want him killed. But he's got to hang up the hat and the whip, and the jacket, and that's it. Got to be gone. And Harrison Ford has said he'll never come back to the character again. He will not, in any way, shape, or form, be involved with the TV spin-off, and he won't come back to play the character again in the movie. In fact, he pretty much said that the character of Indiana Jones will not be seen again, at least not with him playing it. And fair dues. I mean, if you saw him, he looks great, of course, but Calista Flockhart, his wife, I tell you what, if age-defying, MacGuffins, turning back history, she hasn't changed since the days of Ally McBeal. She still looks sensational, whereas he's showing his age. Let's be honest about it. And that's why I don't mind having him de-aged, which apparently looks great. Apparently the de-aging process looks superb and works, but the CGI backgrounds don't. So you're looking at him thinking, that's really good. But you also look, oh, but that's really crap. So the money went on that, but they kind of neglected that. Well, I'll wait and see. I don't know. I will pick it apart with a fine-tooth comb, but only once I've seen it. So back to all these reviews. It seems to be 50-50 from what I've seen so far. Maybe people like it, but everyone admits it's not a patch on the originals. Did anyone ever suspect it might actually be better? No. Did James Mangold actually think he's making a better film than Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade? Everyone is united in saying at least it's better than Crystal Skull, which is correct. Can you put that on the poster? Indiana Jones and a Dial of Destiny. At least it's better than Crystal Skull. You can't do that, can you? And Crystal Skull has its fans, but yeah, the reviews, the ones who are decrying all the action scenes and the obvious CG and the Lord of Diminishing Returns, it's pell-mell. Each action set piece is, the first one's better than what follows next, and then the ending is just completely off the rails and completely balmy. James Mangold as a director, I like. He took another cult-cherished character, Wolverine, and made Logan. And he made a superhero movie and based it in reality and gave it a realistic twist and a psychological depth to it, an emotional heft, that's the word. And I loved it. He also did the Wolverine before it, and I loved the Wolverine, which was much more of a superhero movie, but more of a thriller at the same time. Think Captain America Civil War, Winter Soldier, which I think is fantastic, but not as a superhero movie, as a balls to the wall and really, intriguing thriller of corruption, of deceit, deception and lies, and on the run suspense. It works tremendously. But the Wolverine, where obviously Wolverine goes to Tokyo, around Japan, learns many other arts, meets one of the loves of his life, and has a fucking wonderful time. Mangold really does a great job with that movie. And then Logan comes up, and Logan it's wonderful. He also did the remake of 310 to Yuma and Walk the Line. So he knows how to take sometimes real life characters, but mainly cultural icons, and put his own slant on it and make it dynamic, direct, and important. Indiana Jones, perhaps, arguably, maybe the biggest is attempted, and maybe it's outreached him. But then again, I think the problem with a film like this is it won't be his vision, because you've definitely got a committee writing it, which he was involved in as well. I forgot all of the names, but and obviously Spielberg and Lucas are just executive producers on it. They're not somebody that they know. Look, I can't do this anymore. But you've got Harrison Ford back. You've got John Williams. There he is, John Williams, doing the score for it, and yeah, I'm still looking forward to it. Christ, we expect this sort of thing now. A big movie suddenly gets its first reviews, and we're talking a month before the film comes out. It comes out in the UK on the 28th of June. It comes out in America on the 30th of June. So we get it first. Mind you, we should do. A lot of it was filmed in Glasgow, for God's sake. And I will be reporting mightily upon this. And if it doesn't deliver, I will tell you. But folks, here's a little hint for all you other YouTube and hacks out there writing on Reddit and TikTok and Instagram and whatever fucking platforms you use. Watch the film first. Don't just take the knee-jerk reactions of a bunch of people. The ones who love the film were made up to be there. That's the argument, of course. And the ones who hated it, they just they've got to do this because it's their narrative on their magazine, their newspaper, their journal, their site, their blog, their whatever. It's been shown at Cannes, and it's split the camp. That's expected. Don't go, it's gonna bomb. You've got no idea. And don't make up your own opinions before you've seen the fucking film. It could be shite. It may well be shite. And I will sit here and tell you, I thought it was shite. But I can't tell you that right now. I haven't fucking seen it. It's gonna bomb. This is a disaster. It's gonna sink the franchise completely. It's the worst way for Harrison Ford to bow out from one of his most cherished characters. Shut up. Shut up, you pricks. I'm looking forward to it massively. There was something else I was going to say about that. What else happened? I can't remember. No, I can't remember. There was something else there. Did I mention the thing about him sitting in the wrong seat when he got the Palme d'Or? Harrison Ford was awarded the Palme d'Or for services to fictitiously rescuing religious artefacts and putting them in a museum, and he'd come back down, quite tearful apparently, and he sat down in the wrong seat, and Callista Flockhart was sitting behind him. But as the old adage goes, behind every great man, there's a brilliant woman. There you go. Oh yeah, I know what I was going to say. Yeah, there's some sort of flack going on about John Rhys Davies playing Salah, who has played Salah in Raiders of the Lost Ark and in Last Crusade. Did we see him in Crystal Skull? I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember. A white Welshman playing an Arab. And but back in the 80s, that was fine. You could get away because, it was a different time, a different cultural mindset then. But now, this is what they're saying. I've seen this in a lot of reviews, actually. We should have rethought that. Maybe you should have just ditched the character altogether, but it seems wrong now. Really. A much-loved character played by a much-loved actor, you bring him back to play that. Fucking regardless. If you want to talk about bullshit, how about the black girl playing a CIA head honcho in 1969? In 1969? Woke. That's woke. But by the way, I'm only saying that because I've seen people condemning John Rhys Davies playing Salah. So if you're gonna condemn that, well, I think you should be condemning that as well. at least be just, be fair, weigh it up. He's there, I'm fine with that. If you're not fine with that, then I'll take umbrage with a black girl playing a CIA head chief in 1969. Just saying, folks, just saying. There's a yin and a yang, there's a balance to this. And what I despise is the people that come down on one side without having anything to base it on at all until you've fucking seen the movie. It is what it is. And it's fun though, isn't it? It's fun. It's all, ooh, angsty. Indiana Jones brings angst, to the population. Oh, it's gonna bomb. It's not gonna fucking bomb. Don't be stupid. The film's gonna have one of the biggest opening weekends you can imagine. It'll be sellouts, and it may fall flat on its face, but I doubt it. I think they're gonna get things a lot better than Crystal Skull, and if I remember rightly, Crystal Skull still did pretty well. Just saying. I saw that fucker twice in one day. And after the fair, I didn't want it, but we booked in. I didn't want to see it the second time, but we've done this now. There's a whole crowd of us as well. Oh, God. But Indiana Jones is back for one final outing. And I'm still massively, I'm in the saddle for this. It's whip crack away stuff, and it's going to be fun. But I'll tell you now, I don't want to see any more clips of the tuk-tuk fucking chasing Tangiers. I don't want to see any more of that. I'm sick of seeing that. And I will, oh God, it is me doing the thing that everyone else has done now. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, loved her in Fleabag. I think she's a very talented actress and a great writer for Fleabag and things of that ilk. They brought her in for James Bond, which I fucking could not believe. But it's only because she had friends who were on the James Bond production team that brought her in for No Time to Die. And then, now she's Hollywood gold dust. So you bring her into another huge franchise, but give her a huge starring role. Now, what I have heard is that most people have said that, yeah, she might not be the best fit, but she performs brilliantly and in true Howard Hawksian style. And this is not a bad thing about it. Marion Ravenwood, Karen Allen, she was fantastic in Raiders and held her own. She was a damsel in distress, but she was also a hard-drinking, hard-hitting woman as well. The old Howard Hawksian standard of the modern woman, was gutsy and would stand their ground against the men folk. And Waller-Bridge apparently does the same. Now you can't denounce that because even in '69, she's been brought up that way. She is that way. She's the goddaughter of Indiana Jones. She's been purloining artifacts to sell on the black market, and she has a little protege. Well, by the way, you can't knock that on any kind of ethnic sort of thing, because I'm playing Temple of Doom. Well, who was the sidekick there? Short Round, of course. Although the film was set in, Thailand, the Philippines, Singapore, and all that, and then obviously India. So that kind of tag along kind of works. But I don't know about the whole background to this double act of what's her name? Helena, not Eleanor, and her little sidekick. I'm not too sure about that, but I'm not denouncing it either. It could well work brilliantly. I hope it does. She is a good actress, and she is funny, and she can hold her own. So if that comes across perfectly and fits with Indiana Jones's own acerbic, sarcastic put downs and reluctance, and major embuggerance of having to do anything, then it works. I'm happy with it. I'm still looking forward to it, folks. So you're going to see a lot of stuff You're going to see all over YouTube, you're going to see loads of people really pouncing on this. They haven't seen it. They've got no idea what they're talking about. And if you start reading all these a review that was done within 5 minutes of watching the movie and then posted to their site, their magazine, their journal, their newspaper, their site, their channel, just spit. Just fucking, so what? That means nothing. It means nothing. Because you get usually massively enthusiastic reviews to movies in the first day, and then the next couple of days you get the more tempered, more realistic opinions, and they're the ones you should listen to. And if you go on TV and that, and people, oh, I was there, oh, it was fantastic. Well, you fucking loved it because you were there, you were invited. I'm just saying my piece, mainly because I'm excited and I just can't wait to see the movie. But we've still got best part of it, but over a month to wait. Bloody hell. And I want to hear John Williams' score as well. I've said to you before, as I said in a previous video, only recently, I rewatched the trailer for Dial of Destiny, and when the Raiders theme comes in, Indy's theme comes in, with that elegiac, sort of stretched out, sustained statements on the end of each note, it felt regal, it felt noble, I loved it, and it really made me shiver, made the hairs stand up, and it brought a tear to my eye. Now, if the film can just deliver on excitement and adventure and not piss all over what we've seen before, I'm happy. That's a worthy salute, bow out for our favourite archaeologist. So, fingers crossed, folks. Fingers crossed I get another bottle of whiskey very soon, because that ain't gonna last long, is it? Folks, I have been always shall be Kilt-Man. Please, in the meantime, in this ever adventurous and CG de-aging in between time, please keep it Kilty, keep it Celtic, and I am gonna see you all. Right, are we off on a tuk-tuk, a big adventure around the streets of Wallasey? We might even go with the Mersey Tunnel. We're going to Liverpool. Wow, that'd be great. Imagine we could have a Harry and Meghan chase through the streets of Liverpool. Oh my God, a 2-hour catastrophic crash chase through the streets of Liverpool. Don't get me started on that bullshittery. You think the de-aging of Indiana Jones and the CGI backgrounds is oh God, it's bullshit. Harry and Meghan and their chase through the streets of New York, lasting 2 hours. They get out of a secure car with a secure driver, a secure team, and get into a fucking taxi. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Just saying, folks. Just saying.